So I booked a commercial a couple months ago and it just came out a few weeks ago and I'm going to show it to you right now, but then I want to tell you the story of how I should not have booked this in any way, shape, or form. Like the universe was not on my side, but enjoy for now. CMOs, CEOs, listen up. 81% of commerce happens in the real world, not online. Your 2026 plan needs a real world strategy. AI is killing your traffic. Big tech owns your audience. You need to turn every touch point into a direct-to-consumer funnel. Scan now for the 2026 big-ass CMO growth plan. Flowcode. Instantly connect fans to your brand. So in the auditioning industry, there's sort of a weird ethereal belief that less is more in terms of if you audition for something you don't really want or don't care about, or you're pretty sure you'll never get it, or you just didn't prepare correctly, there's this weird belief that sometimes those are the ones you always book because your nerves are out of the way. You're just kind of going off instinct because you don't know what's going on very well. And this commercial isn't going to prove that theory, but it is one proving case for that theory. So this commercial, I auditioned for it, and they wanted a Dennis Leary. Do you remember Dennis Leary, like the angry dude from the 90s? They wanted a Dennis Leary type actor to angrily give the lines for this thing. And I received the audition notice like a few hours before I was to leave upstate for a weekend of performances with my group. And I did try in the car to learn the lines, but they were not sticking. And I tried to learn them before one of the shows, and they weren't sticking. And then I tried to record the audition before one of the shows, and it just wasn't working at all. And it was due the next day at like 11 a.m. And so my last ditch effort was I ran into the dressing room and changed as fast as I could at intermission. And in terrible lighting, in a dressing room that's just cinder block with no windows, terrible camera setup, and me just on a wing and a prayer, I tried to do the audition 2 or 3 times. I failed twice. I got through the lines once, tried again because I hated that one, and then had to go back on stage. So I had to use the one take, the single take that worked. I didn't get any other opportunities. Then after the show, I had to drive my roommate and her parents to their house, and then I was staying with them for the night, so I didn't really get a chance to go over the video or try again. And then in the morning, I realized that the audition still had an hour before it was due, and I hadn't done my slate. The slate is at the thing at the beginning of your audition where you say like, "Hi, Vaden Thurgood, New York City, 5'9", I'm available this date," like that kind of crap. And normally it's kind of understood that your slate in your video should be the best quality possible. It should be in your home studio with good lighting, good mics, things of that nature. But I didn't have time. I didn't even have my computer with me. So I just rolled out of bed, put my sweater on, held my camera, did the slate holding it, just because I was tired, man, and I was pretty sure they weren't going to book me at all, and sent it in. And lo and behold, they called me in. And when I went into the audition, I was the very last person to see that day because of my scheduling. I had to go last. And when I went in last, it was kind of clear they were digging me, and somebody did come out of the lobby and say something to the effect of like, you may be our last hope because we don't like any of the guys we had, or something like that. So I do the audition, and it actually goes really well. They're kind of alluding that they're going to offer me the part. The only problem is on the posting, it said, must be available this date or this date. And I was available one of those dates, but not the other. And I interpreted that it would be fine if I could miss one date. But in the audition, they made it clear that if I wasn't available like the next Thursday, they couldn't give me the part. It had to be next Thursday. So I had a conflict with my other job, my singing job, and so I start calling every person I know who can possibly replace me. No one is saying yes. No one's answering their phone. No one can help me out. And these guys are waiting patiently in the lobby for me to give them an answer, and I'm just like sweating bullets as I'm begging for any human on the planet to answer my phone call. Long story short, one did finally step in for me, and then I was able to do said commercial, which ended up being a success. But sometimes the universe is just handing you something and you're not equipped to do a good job on it, but they still give it to you.